Can you hear them? The faces on the trees. They're whispering to me. It's a sound that chills me to the bone. And yet, I can't seem to escape it. This nightmare began a week ago, and with each passing day, the whispers grow louder, more insistent. It was an ordinary hike through the woods, something I'd done countless times before. The crisp autumn air filled my lungs as I trekked along the familiar trail, leaves crunching beneath my feet. But then something caught my eye, a peculiar pattern on the bark of a nearby tree. At first glance, it looked like an ordinary knot, but as I drew closer, I realized it resembled a face, twisted in a silent scream. I brushed it off as a trick of the light, a coincidental formation in the wood grain. Yet, the further I ventured, the more faces I noticed, each one more haunting than the last. Their hollow eyes seemed to follow me, their mouths agape as if trying to speak. By the time I reached the trail's end, my heart was pounding, and a chill ran down my spine. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, judged by these unnatural formations. The next day, I returned to the woods, determined to prove to myself that it was all just a figment of my imagination. But as I stepped onto the trail, the faces seemed to materialize before my eyes, their features more defined, more lifelike. And then the whispers began. At first, they were faint, like the rustling of leaves in the wind. But as I drew closer to the trees, the whispers grew louder, more insistent. They seemed to beckon me, calling out in a language I couldn't understand. I ran, my lungs burning, my legs aching, but no matter how far I fled, the whispers followed, echoing in my ears, taunting me. Over the next few days, the whispers became a constant companion, haunting my every waking moment. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, consumed by the fear of what lurked within those woods. I tried to confide in my friends, my family, but they looked at me with concern, thinking I'd lost my mind. How could I explain the inexplicable? The faces that seemed to come alive, the whispers that drove me to the brink of madness. Desperate for answers, I turned to the internet, scouring forum after forum for anyone who had experienced something similar. And that's when I stumbled upon an ancient legend, a tale as old as the woods themselves. It spoke of a curse cast upon the land by a vengeful spirit, doomed to wander the forest for eternity. Those who dared to trespass would be haunted by the faces of the trees, driven mad by their relentless whispers. One night, as I lay awake, the whispers reached a fever pitch, surrounding me, consuming me, and then, in a moment of clarity, I understood. They wanted me to join them. The realization sent a chill through my very soul. If I didn't find a way to break the curse, I would be doomed to become one of them. My face forever etched into the bark, my whispers haunting those who dared to enter the woods. With renewed determination, I delved deeper into the legend, searching for a way to end this nightmare. And that's when I discovered the key. A ritual passed down through generations, said to possess the power to banish the vengeful spirit and lift the curse. As I began the ritual, the trees seemed to come alive, their branches twisting and writhing as if in protest. The whispers grew deafening, but I pressed on, my voice rising above the din, chanting the ancient words with unwavering conviction. Suddenly, a silence fell over the woods, so complete, so absolute, that it was almost deafening. And then, one by one, the faces began to fade, their mouths closing, their eyes growing dim. In the end, only a single face remained, its features twisted in agony. It was the face of the vengeful spirit, trapped within the bark for centuries, its curse finally broken. With a heavy heart, I turned and walked away, leaving the woods behind. The whispers were gone, but the memory of their haunting echoes would forever linger in my mind. And as I emerged from the trees, I couldn't help but feel a glimmer of hope. Hope that perhaps, one day, we might find a way to heal the wounds that divide us and break the curses that bind us all.